chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there. The real reason behind you wanting the narcissist back is complex, and you shouldn't be hard on yourself for feeling this way. You need to embrace that this narcissist involved in your life infiltrated your heart, mind, and soul. Okay, so when the narcissist involved in your life constructed a persona that they deemed that you would find appealing and admirable, they infiltrated your life, and not only your life, but your heart, mind, and soul. So in your mind, not right now, because it's shifted from, but at the time of when you were with them, in your mind, this person was decent, they were loving, they were caring, they were funny, they were empathetic, you got along with them. So in your mind, that's what you thought, right? In your heart, you felt that too, and in your soul, you felt like you were connecting with your soulmate, with your partner, with your other half. You felt like this person was the real deal, right? But this was the infiltration, because they were able to sway these emotions in you, okay? These feelings of love, of connectivity. They were able to sway these emotions in you from a carefully constructed persona that they done based upon what you like and what you're into. And that's why I call the narcissist a people pleaser. Yes, they had a hidden hand and a hidden motive and a hidden agenda and stuff like that, but still, they put on this performance to make people like them, right? So a part of them is a people pleaser, okay? And they often say that the empath is a people pleaser and stuff like that. It's not the case. Empaths, chosen ones, authentic souls, like to be decent towards people. They like to be genuine. I'm not saying you're perfect, but you like to be kind, you like to be genuine, you like to support people, you like to help people. But the narcissist is putting on a performance to make people like them. And they wanted to make you like them. And that's why they carefully constructed this persona. So, you can find yourself after a discard or a reverse discard or something like that. Or even you cutting them off, to be honest with you. You can find yourself desiring them back. You can have in your mind that nothing's going to solve the problem that you're facing. This heartache, like I said, they infiltrated your heart. So you have heartache. The constant rumination on your mind, because they infiltrated your mind. And they infiltrated your soul. Okay, so your soul can yearn for them. And you can be overwhelmed with loneliness. Okay, and that's one of the main reasons why, because they've been so present in your heart, mind, and soul, you can be overwhelmed with loneliness. So the reason why you're feeling lonely is because they were so present in your heart, mind, and soul, and in your business and everything. They were draining you, but they were present in your heart, mind, and soul from your perspective and from what they ingrained in you. So the way that they made you sway and feel that way, they were present in that sense, but they were also present in your heart, mind, and soul for the things that they'd done on their daily duties of this performance they were carrying out. They were making themselves present in your heart, mind, and soul in that aspect as well. So without them, you can find yourself feeling extremely, extremely lonely. And it feels like, for you, towards this narcissist involved in your life, it can feel for you that it's only them, just them, that can fulfill this yearning that you have, this space, this emptiness, cure the rumination, can cure the heartache. And I get it. I get you feeling like that. I understand you feeling like that, right? But when you embrace that this is a carefully what you're yearning, right? This is what I'm saying. Like another reason why you yearn, like your heart will yearn for them, or you feel like your soul will yearn for them, or you'll feel heartache, is because you think the narcissist never loved you. Okay? There's a lot of misinformation out there, and they make you think that the narcissist didn't love you. The narcissist that was involved in your life loved you the best they possibly could, but it wasn't love. It was obsession. Okay? They don't know how to love. They don't know how to love. They don't know. They were obsessed with you. They don't just put on this performance for anyone and anyone. They put on this performance in the romantic sense, this performance that they're putting on to infiltrate your heart, mind, and soul for targets and supply they deem to be worthy. Just like they're putting on a performance now for the new supply until they realize that the new supply isn't cut out or at your level. Then the tables will turn. They'll start triangulating you with triangulating the new supply against you. They'll be praising you. I made a video recently. I can't remember what it was called, but it's on the recent videos. I was talking about this scenario here of what. And in the thumbnail it says you won't believe it. If you want to check out that video, but check it out after this video. That will give you an insight into what's going on with them and the new supply. But back to this video. You can find yourself really desiring them to fix these wounds that you have. Like I said, the rumination in the mind, the worry, the rumination, the heartache, your soul yearning for them. You feel like that the narcissist is the medicine. But this is because you're still, it's not your fault. It's part of the process. But that version of them, you need to embrace that it was a carefully constructed version to make you like them, which was an extension from their dark inner world that they couldn't maintain. They couldn't maintain this performance with you. It's not that it's out of their control. They can't maintain. They can't hold back the evil from within, and their nasty nature comes out. The mask slips. It's out of their control. These narcissists that are involved in your life most likely chose you to be a supply lifelong. That's what they had their intentions on. That's what they planned on. They didn't plan on it turning south. They didn't plan on it going this way. But they can't maintain the performance. Then they get nasty. Then it gets bitter. Then it gets chaotic. Then it gets like this. Then they start seeking answers with new suppliers to resolve their problem. Right? But the real reason why you behind you wanting them back is because your soul is yearning for that carefully constructed version. Okay? And your heart and your mind. And this is what you need to take it. This is what you need to really focus on. That it is a carefully constructed version, and the real inside them is dark. So you got to lose that version. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help a brother out. Take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But you got to lose that passion that they're the remedy. Okay? Like, let's say hypothetically, for example, the narcissist comes back now. Okay? Says sorry. Says they want you back. Let's just say. You don't have to make no effort. Let's just say you don't have to make no effort. And the narcissist comes back and says they're sorry. They'll do whatever it takes. But you know they're a narcissist now, right? Okay? Store that in your mind. And they say they'll do whatever it takes, and they're sorry, and they shouldn't have cheated, or they shouldn't have lied, or they shouldn't have done this. Okay, and let's say you take them back. If you take them back, there's a part of you that is conscious, because you're listening to this audio, and if you're embracing what I'm saying in this audio, or video, or whatever you want to call it, that this version that you loved, that you felt was your soulmate, that you felt that you had a connection with, where your heart felt like it connected with them in love, where your soul felt like it was connecting with its soulmate, where the mind felt like you think the same and you're on the same wavelength. Part of you knows that it's not true. So even if you go back to this relationship that you really want back, you're already digesting narcissistic content online because you stumbled across this video. I don't know if it's your first video you've watched or you've watched plenty or whatnot, but you're already conscious that they're a narcissist. So if you let them back now, you're aware, because I'm informing you, that they create personas. So you need to be aware that if you start to go down that path where you're letting them back in, and you might have already made this mistake and let them back in 2 or 3 times or 4 times already, right? It's not a mistake because it's happened. It's the good nature in you. Don't be hard on yourself. Like, if you have let them back in time and time again, it doesn't matter. But if you let them back in again after you listen to this persona that is saying they're sorry and they shouldn't have done it, hypothetically, remember, yeah? I'm just giving you an example. If they said they shouldn't have done it and they'll do anything it takes, then you know that's a carefully constructed persona to be appealing or something you find admirable or something you like. You realize that that's what they do. Okay? Now, as I say, not all narcissists will come back in that fashion and do that. Some of them do. But a lot of them are very, 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 very stubborn. Very stubborn. And they'll do weird shit. Like, I read in the comment today, the narcissist is, someone's ringing the phone. They're saying hello. Then the person saying bye and hanging up. Can't remember the name of the comment, and I do apologize. And it happened like 3 times. They didn't answer it 2 more times. They kept ringing, didn't answer it. The victim didn't answer it. The empath didn't answer it. And then they answered on the 3rd time. And a similar thing happened. And they were confused. Is it the narcissist? Is it not the narcissist? Like, generally speaking, it's most likely the narcissist that done that to them in their lives, right? But this is the sort of stuff that they do. Is it them? Is it not them? They do weird stuff like that. Like, that's an indirect hoover. Or a baiting. It's a weird hoover. Indirect hoover, baiting. Didn't even. I should have said that to the. I hope they do watch this video now, because I didn't mention about it's an indirect hoover. I said it was baiting, but it's this. This is the types of stuff that they'll do. Okay, this is the types of stuff that they'll do, and if you're in a place where your heart's still connected to theirs, like that you want them to fix your heart, you want them to mend your heart, you want them to be back how they was before and stuff like that, like, and they're doing all this chaotic stuff. Like I just gave the hypothetical example of if they come back and said they're sorry. Part of you, even if you took them back, is gonna have a knowing that they're putting on an act, they're putting on a persona. Shit didn't work out where they was with the new supply, and they're putting on this act and this persona. But look, the same goes. Shit might not be working out with them and the new supply now, and that's why they're doing all this weird stuff to you, like fake profiles, ringing your block numbers, or even I've heard of victims going through the narcissist saying to them, "Oh, the new person, the new supply is so much better than you. They're better than you, and they're the best thing ever, and this and that." Like actually telling the victim of narcissistic abuse. So if you find yourself like in that position when that happens to you, like where all you do is want them back, all you do is want your heart, mind, and soul fixed, and you find yourself in that position of wanting them back and they're doing this types of behavior, it's going to send you in a whirlwind. Okay? It's going to send you off balance. And that's the types of behavior that they do. They could be maintaining silence with you. They could have ghosted you. So what you have to understand is this behavior that you've seen within them, this nasty side of them, okay, and even the loving side of them is a carefully constructed persona, just like the nasty side is a carefully constructed persona of being nasty. They know how to trigger you. They know how to upset you because they've studied you intensively. So when they turn nasty and the mask slips and it emerges, they'll facilitate it in a way that's gonna hurt you. They know things that are gonna hurt you and upset you and trigger you compared to, say, another supply. So the way that they try and upset the new supply, if they do, is not the same way they're gonna try and upset you. The same way they tried to make the new supply like them is not the same way they make the new supply make you like them. You see, this is how the narcissist works. No one knows the real them, the real inner them. Nobody knows. Not you, not their family, not the new supply, not their friends, not their colleagues, not the associates. No one knows the real them besides God or the universe or whatever you want to say, right? No one knows the real them. So this is the reason why you want them back, because you feel a connection or you feel in love with this persona they constructed, and it's understandable. Despite the pain you've been through, despite you seeing it unmasking, despite the nasty behavior, it's understandable and it makes sense why you still want them back. Because obviously when you take things how can I put it when you let me think, bear with me, let me think. When you take things, right, okay, when you take things at surface level or face value or surface level, right, natural inclination, that's the word. When you go on your natural inclinations, obviously if someone's being mean to you or horrible or cheated or lied or ran out on you or ghosted you or anything like that, inside your mind, in your psyche, your natural inclination, and in your heart and in your soul, the natural inclination of your soul, heart, mind, is to want what made you feel good. But I'm trying to tell you the real reason behind you feeling good about that thing, that was a lie. Not a lie that they didn't love you. Not a lie, as I said to you before, if you remember from the earlier segment, that it was an obsession. But that was a carefully constructed persona to make you like them. So there's absolutely no reason this natural inclination that you feel to, like, that's the remedy. To have them back in your life is the remedy. It's not the remedy. The uncomfortable, upset, the grieving, the healing, the coming to terms with it, the acceptance of the relationship is over. These are the things you need to focus on. Accepting that the relationship is over. Accepting that they deceived you with a carefully constructed persona. These lot are devils. They saw your light. They know what you're worth. And that's another reason why many of you still want them back. Because the narcissist that was involved in your life has devalued you throughout the relationship. Subtly, not so subtly, blatantly. They've devalued you in some cases. And you don't realize. So you only see them. Now, on this topic, this uncomfortable feeling or loneliness, extreme loneliness that you're facing, that you feel, you could be surrounded with people and still feel so lonely. All you want is them. Don't replace this feeling that you have, this emptiness, this void, this yearning with another person. Don't. It's not a good idea. Because you're not healed yet from the narcissist. Bringing someone else into your life, even if they're a good person, it's not fair on them if they're a good person, a decent person, that your heart and mind and soul are still so intertwined with the narcissist. It's not a good thing that you bring someone else into your life. Because yeah, they may distract you for a moment. But even if you're with someone, you still have your thoughts, you still have your heart feelings, you still have your mind, you still have your soul. I don't want any of you to be in a new relationship with someone and all you can think about is the narcissist. It's not a good move. That's why I'm saying, like, accept that the relationship is over with the narcissist. Come to terms that it's over. May take some time. But embrace that you don't want someone who puts on a performance. This is what authenticity is all about. You want someone who is authentic. You don't want someone who puts on a performance. Someone who's people pleasing you. That's what they were doing. Someone like, you could have had, let me create an example, a scenario. You could have had really fond memories, right? This is an example, so please interlink it to something that's apparent in your life, right? You could have had really fond times watching football or soccer or baseball or I don't know, anything, right? Really fun times with the narcissist involved in your life. Either going to the matches or I don't know why I said football or soccer or whatever, but let's just use that example. Okay, I know that might not be what you're into, but let's just say it was something that you both bonded over, you felt a connection over. Like, the narcissist that was involved in your life done that because of you. Okay? Now, maybe soccer and football and baseball isn't a good example, but this is more intricate. Things that you liked, a TV show, conversation topics. You were talking to someone that was mirroring back to you what you want to hear, was telling you what you want to hear. It's not that you wanted them to tell you the truth, but they tell you what you want to hear because they're constantly analyzing you. So naturally, this is the real reason why you want them back. Naturally, they're the perfect partner, right? I hope you're still here in this video because it's an important video. They're the perfect partner. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Think about it, right? If this wasn't an act, the good times in the relationship, forget about the bad times, the unmasking, just separate that for a moment. Let's draw a line in the sand, separate that for a moment, part that to one side, right? That's the ideal relationship. Wow. You connect in your mind, you're on the same page, your heart's connected, you're in love, your soul is your soulmate, you finish each other's sentences, it's wonderful. This is what they done to you with the infiltration of the mind, heart and soul. They carefully created someone who you would find as the perfect partner. So this is what you have to say to yourself. Now you know what I've been telling you in this audio, in this video, about the carefully constructed persona that they do. Obviously, when you didn't know that this is a persona they're putting on, or a side to them, it's not a side to them. That's the point. This isn't like, oh, they were so nice and then they become nasty. No, they were so nice, they couldn't maintain that shit. They couldn't put on the performance. They couldn't maintain it. And the evil leaked out. The evil emerged. That is really in them. Their authentic self, their true self, emerged with a version. Yes, and still, that nasty version you saw was still a version and a persona. It's still not the authentic self, but it had remnants of their inner darkness. So there's nothing that you need to want them back for. The only way, like, when you embrace that the narcissist is not the remedy, the narcissist isn't going to fix your mind, heart, or soul. Being with them is not going to fix it. You have to overcome these natural inclinations. This is surface level stuff. It's surface level stuff. I know I'm asking you to dig deep. You've gone through heartbreak. You're in a bad time. I should have said this earlier, but you need to overcome the natural inclinations. Of course, in a normal situationship, right? A normal relationship with two genuine people, okay? Yes, sometimes people have bad days, sometimes people have good days. But with the narcissist was having bad days. Even in some of your, like, Probably like on the days when you were most happiest, they might have been angry because you were happy. That's how messed up they are in the head. When you were smiling and laughing together and you were happy, they might have been like mad in their heads. And that's why you see the thing with these creatures. You can actually see their narcissist in their eyes. See when they smile, then their eyes don't gauge the same synchronicity as their smile. You can tell it's inauthentic. The smile, the laugh is fake as fuck. But the eyes tell it all. Eyes of a snake, of a demon, of a nasty devil. Negative energy, negative forces, whatever you want to call it. Negative on, just like it's on a battery. Negative and positive, but negative. Right? Evil. You can see it in the eyes. It don't match the smile. And that's what I'm saying. On some of those times that you find, like, this out, like, in the they're not going to come and tell you this. They're not going to come and tell you that on that day, on your wedding day, they were angry inside because you were happy. I just used an example there. You might not have got married, but I just used an example. Like, on the holiday, because you were happy and enjoying yourself, they were miserable as fuck inside, but still they smiled with you and maintained the performance. So, this connection you feel you share, like, you don't see eye to eye with a narcissist. You don't have a connection with the narcissist. They don't have a connection with themselves. These versions they carefully construct in these personas are extensions of their inner world. But they try to run from their inner world. They're trying to escape their inner darkness. They try to escape it, but they are evil inside. They're evil. When you embrace that, like, some of the most fondest times or the fondest memories that you had were inflicting narcissistic injuries. I've heard narcissists saying, I don't like self-proclaimed narcissists, but I've heard them saying they get envious of their children's birthdays. Now, this is like, that is your child. It's their birth date, and you're envious of their birthday. Imagine that. They're envious of the birthday of a child. A grown-ass adult is envious of a child's birthday, and that's a self-proclaimed aware narcissist. Okay? That's what they're saying. That is what they're saying. They're envious of their children's birthday. So, this shows the levels of what was really going on. These smiles, these laughs, these good times. It might have felt like that to you, but what was existing inside them is why it builds up. They can't maintain that performance. It's a performance. The whole thing is a performance. It's a performance. It's a performance. It's acting. They're acting. They're putting on a performance. Theatrical performance. And you know why they done it? So you love them. Because they know if they showed you who they really were from day dot at the beginning, they come up to you and said, "Hi, I'm a narcissist. I like to manipulate people. I like to lie to people. I like to deceive people. I like to devalue people. I have carefully constructed personas that I use to imitate and make people like me." Like, if they come up to you and said that, right? You'd be like, yo, you're fucked up. You'll be like, you are mental. You are like, you'll be like, get away from me. Or you would politely just not even say anything and walk away. Like, this is the thing. This is the thing. That is the real them. The real them, you wouldn't like them. And they know you wouldn't like them. They know their friends wouldn't like them. They know their family wouldn't like them. They know their work colleagues wouldn't like them. And they put on all these personas. They have a persona for you, persona for work. Naturally, sometimes when you go to work, you put on a work attitude and a work mindset, and I get that. But they have personas that they have with people at work and their family, and no one knows the real them. Okay? They know who they are inside, and they keep that hidden from the world. So try to detach from this ideology that somehow this narcissist is going to heal the hurt that you feel. You feel hurt in your heart because you was dealing with someone who is inauthentic, fake, phony, doesn't know how to love. That's why you feel hurt. You were betrayed. They deceived you. That's why you feel hurt in your heart. Your mind is ruminating about them. And plus because they infiltrated. Your mind is ruminating about them because they were such a strong presence in your life. They were so significant and impactful. And it was like the best relationship you've ever had. Okay? Maybe. Maybe not. But it was like the best relationship you ever had for a period of time, which trauma bonds you and keeps you addicted to them despite all of the abuse. And now without them, you're ruminating. You can't shake them off your mind. You can't forget them. You can't get them out your head. But you need to replace what's in your head with facts, with your experience, with what they are. Your soul is yearning for them. But you need to replace that because they infiltrated the heart, mind, and soul, like I said in the earlier segment. But you need to replace your soul, the yearning, with facts. That they're a counterfeit soulmate. The heart, the love that you feel for them. They don't know how to love. That's a fact. They don't know how to love. They did try to love you. They tried their very best. But they don't know how to love. That's a fact. You deserve better. And in the mind, you weren't on the same page. They might have finished your sentences. That's because they analyzed you, mirrored you, and analyzed you so meticulously. But in the mind, you're not on the same page. So try and reinforce these things that I've said in this audio, okay? And if you don't ring them, call them, use no contact as a lifestyle choice. It's not just a game. It's not to get a reaction. It's not to get them back. It's not to bait them. It's not to do that. It's a lifestyle choice to detox yourself away from them. That's why you go no contact. Okay? You need rid of them. Okay? If you do those things, you are all gonna get to the point when your mind isn't so infiltrated, your heart isn't so infiltrated, and your soul isn't so infiltrated. And when your soul doesn't yearn for them, and your heart isn't in love with them, and your mind doesn't constantly think about them, you're all gonna get to that point. You're all gonna get to that point. You are all gonna get to that point. If you do think about them, you'll think in a different perspective. It will be a reflection of how far you've come. If you do have a feeling in your heart, it will be like filled with joy because of what you've overcome. If you do have a feeling in your soul, it will be, what will it be? If you have a feeling in your soul once you come forward, contentment. You'll be content in your soul. You'll be happy. This is what's ahead of you. Without them, you don't need them in there. So thanks for watching today. I pray, ask God, ask the universe to help heal you and make, I'm not powerful, I can't bless you with words, but I think that if we all have our intentions pure, and that's what you need to do, keep your intentions pure as well, focused on you, right? Focused on people that do give you respect. Focus on authentic people, genuine people, right? So I ask with my intentions that you lose this trauma bond, this phase, make this phase that you're going through, it's a phase, it's an adjustment phase. Make this phase you're going through easier, okay? Make your soul not yearn for them anymore. Make your heart not ache for them anymore. Make your mind not be so congested and filled with thoughts of wanting them back. And I really do hope and I pray that even if you've given them chances after chance already, that after this audio you don't give them any more chances and you focus on your own path. I pray that you don't let anyone in your life too soon. And when the time's right, you'll know it's right. But you focus on your healing first and becoming stronger and more resilient. And enjoy the process. Remember, you had a relationship with someone who was a phony. And now you're having a relationship with yourself. And growing in wisdom and knowledge about how inauthentic that person really was. Okay? So you're developing now. It's like having a relationship with yourself. Fill yourself with self-love simultaneously. As much as knowledge as you start gaining on this channel and other channels alike. Make sure you practice self-love. Fill yourself with self-love. This love that you want from them, this authentic love, the real love that you want from them, that won't happen. Fill yourself with that love. Because you've got it. You gave it to them. You loved authentically. You loved genuinely. Fill it in yourself. Okay? So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.